Welcome to Asakusa, one of Tokyo's most historic neighborhoods. Let me take you along to show you the best things to do, from exploring the iconic Sensoji temple to tasting local street food and discovering hidden gems that even the locals love. Good morning from Asakusa Sensoji Temple. This has to be one of Japan's most popular tourist spots, which is why I've gotten here as early as I could right after 7 a.m. because it's a complete different experience compared to the middle of the day where there are tons and tons of people. It's a lot calmer, peaceful, and the perfect time to go and pull an Omikuji, a fortune. I can't wait to show you around the area today, so let's get going. It is almost never this empty. I'm able to walk through and there's no one around. You can't come to Sensoji and not do your Omikuji, which is a fortune. You'll find this across temples and shrines throughout Japan. However, they're only 100 yen, so it's worth giving it a go. You put your money in here, and then you shake this. Okay, you pull out the stick. I got 26. It says it in English and Japanese here. You put it back inside. And then you gotta find your number, because there's a lot. It goes all the way up to 60, 50, 26. So you'll pull out a sheet of paper like this, and the result is regular fortune for me. If you get the bad fortune, you have to tie it up over here in the corner because you want to release that bad fortune into the world. The good thing about doing a fortune at a place like Sensoji is that it has an English translation. A lot of the smaller shrines in Japan will only have Japanese. So rest assured, if you speak English, you'll be fine. If you come bright and early, you can actually see wall art along all of the shops here, which is one of my favorite parts about coming early, or even in the evenings, you get to see this along here. Before leaving the temple grounds, don't miss Yogo-do Pavilion, a serene garden adjacent to Sensoji. I recommend taking a stroll here to spot the beautiful, colourful koi fish swimming in the pond. There's actually a free observation deck inside of the Asakusa Cultural Tourist Information Center, and it's open from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. so you can get great panoramic views of the entire area. I'm here just when it opened, so it's pretty still quiet. Honestly, whenever you come throughout the day, it's not too hectic. And I think it's kind of on the low-key side of things. Some people know, some don't, so it's my secret that's not so secret. And I just come here to get views of Sensoji, as well as the Kaminari Mall, Sky Tree, Sumida River. It's really, really nice. Can't believe it's free. And if you want to enjoy the view, you can of course sit down here, but they have a cafe next door, which opens a little later in the day, that you can just relax at as well. Not bad for a free observation deck. Asakusa is known for having an endless amount of souvenir stores. You'll come across a lot of generic, touristy shops, but there are a few hidden gems. You just need to know where to look. But my recommendation is this shop right behind me because they sell the most amazing Japanese fashion. Let's check it out. It's called HiKESHi Spirit. Come on. Only 1 minute from Asakusa Station, HiKESHi Spirit is hands down one of the trendiest Japanese clothing stores in the area with high quality clothing. The brand takes inspiration from the Edo period firefighting culture for their designs to incorporate a unique blend of traditional and modern Japanese aesthetics. I've been invited today to check out the store. Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
So, can you tell me about HiKESHi Spirit?
So HiKESHi Spirit is a brand with over 30 years history, but we've been here in Asakusa for about 6 years. We've got lots of fun Japanese style designs, cute designs, and lots of anime collaborations, as well as some hunting jackets and stuff.
So I've been here so many times, but I've never got anything before. What do you recommend? I'm really excited because everything in here looks so cool and I love the Japanese aesthetic.
I love all of our hantens in some way, like the traditional Japanese jackets.
But because it is summer, I cannot wear something too heavy, although I would love to wear a hanten. Let's go get changed. I tried on several different combinations, including t-shirts with Japanese writing, shorts, a hakama skirt, to even fun hats. Everything had such a unique design, it was really hard to choose. I did get some fashion advice from the staff and ultimately went with these Japanese indigo blue dyed pants paired with the classic Edo firefighter shirt. You can see how they've got the very traditional Japanese design elements, which is what I absolutely love. So if you love matcha and coffee, the good news is there's a cafe right around the corner from where I got all my cool clothes, run by the same people. It's called Otogumi. and I'm gonna get matcha. I'm so excited. The owners are passionate about serving high-grade matcha, which is sourced from a tea field in Saitama, as well as coffee beans from the popular local cafe Camelback in Yoyogi. All right, I've ordered myself 2 different drinks here. We have a dirty matcha, which you've never heard of this before. It is a matcha shot as well as an espresso shot with oat milk in here. And then of course, just a classic matcha latte with oat milk. And the aesthetic in here is really cool. It's all bright red. The staff are all wearing red as well. It's really fun. And I deserve this matcha. Why? Because I'm in Asakusa and I love it. So come by. Wow, I've never had a matcha like this before. I didn't go for the sugar option. They were like, are you sure? Do you really like bitter things? And I like how bitter it is.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
But of course, if you want to have just a normal matcha or a cafe latte, you can get that too. And inside we have different kind of clothes. So I'm going to show you while I take a drink. What I'm really interested in are these shoes. They're really cool. I love that. And they're coming, some of these are coming out soon. Then we have the tubby shoes as well. I'm actually going to get a bag for the rest of my day from here where you can Velcro stuff onto it. Upstairs at the cafe, you can create a unique design for the bags using these removable Velcro patches. You can spell out your name like I did in hiragana or even English and add these cool design patches. This is my final bag. What do you think? Now that I'm all dressed up, it's time to explore the food scene in Asakusa. You guys know I am the biggest fan of Melon pan, and this is my biggest recommendation if you're here to try street food because it is amazing. And if you come to this place called Kagetsudo, they make it fresh in the oven and it is piping hot, and I'm gonna bite into it. Itadakimasu! Oh my god, it's so good. It's so fresh, fluffy, warm. This is heaven. So good. If you've never had melon pan before, basically it's this crispy outer layer with cookie, and then inside is really fluffy bread. There's no melon inside it, despite the name. And this fresh bread only costs 300 yen, but you can get fancier ones with cream inside, ice cream, matcha, pretty extravagant. They actually have another location on the other side of Asakusa, but this one is right near the entrance from the station, so I recommend it, and they just renovated it, so it's very new. And there was no line. If you go to the other place, people are lining up 10, 15 minutes to get this, because it is the best street food. Do not have it at the konbini or a random bakery. You need to come here. It's so good in Asakusa. There's something about it. They're known for it. It's a specialty. So this is top tier melon pan, 10 out of 10. Anyway, on to the next food. Another street food I highly recommend is Kibi Dango. You can't miss it when you're walking down the main street. These are basically tiny little dumplings, and they're covered in this powder called kinako. It's very sweet and they're served fresh and hot. And I've got myself a matcha green tea style drink to go with it. These are 400 yen and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So perfect to share with friends. Itadakimasu. So warm still. I really like these because they're not heavy. If you have a sweet tooth, you'll definitely like them. Every time I come to Asakusa, I have these. It's probably my 6th time ever getting them. One thing you should keep in mind if you're having any street food in Asakusa is that you can't walk around and eat it. Even though the Japanese word is tabe aruki, you'll usually have to have the food at the stall itself. So they have these tables here where you can stand and eat. And another thing is to make sure you bring cash, because this place and the last place, I think they're cash only. So keep that in mind if you're hungry and want a bit of a snack. Look at it, so chewy. You see that? Little mochiness. And also this is so messy. I have spilled this all over my clothes, but today I have a nice outfit, so I can't afford to be messy. Gotta be more proper. Gonna buy something really special here. Ningyo Yaki, which has been a tradition here in Asakusa for many years. The store I got it at has actually been selling it for over 100 years. Isn't that crazy? And basically it's this little sponge cake with fillings inside. There's either red bean or custard, and they're all different shapes as well. This is a little bird. There's also one that's shaped of the Kaminari Mo. I've never had it, even though I've been to Asakusa so many times. So, itadakimasu. Inside, this one has red bean paste, which is very sweet. It's a smooth red bean paste, and I can tell that it's just been made. I saw them making it, but it's still warm. You can find these actually at lots of shops along the main street here and bring them back because they do hold, I think, for 1 or 2 months. These ones are fresh and meant to be eaten immediately, but other ones last longer. And my mom and dad, I bought them for them and they loved it. So give it a go. Oishii. Of course, if you want to try other street foods, anything along Nakamisedori is perfect to try because everything's really cheap and there are just so many options. Although it is a little hectic depending on what time of day you come. One of my favorites is definitely right off Nakamise Street. You can see it with lots of cool shops in the background. Right behind me is Denboin Street, which is another area in Asakusa where you can find lots of traditional shops, but in particular, they're known to have antique stores as well as secondhand kimono. It's only right off Nakamise Street. Everything's super easy to access. Plus, there's so much shutter art you can appreciate here too. Ooh, I love the aesthetic of this street. It's also a lot more spacious, so it's easier to walk along. If you are claustrophobic, this is a lot better. There's a guy pulling the people in the jinriksha. When you're walking along this street, you can also find lots of shutter art along here too, and they close a bit earlier than the other part of town, so if you're not here until the evening, you can definitely check it out here. On this street is actually a secondhand kimono store that I'd been to a bunch and grabbed some jackets as well as actual yukata before because it's super budget friendly and they're real kimono that are just not being used. So you can find some great deals here. Tons of different designs available and they're all outside so you can just take your time browsing it. Yeah, it's a really cool find and honestly really affordable. So if you're looking for something, that's a great souvenir here as well. I was walking down the street and I actually came across a really cool store selling Mizuhikiya, which I've learned are these like traditional Japanese like threads that are tied together. Is that the best explanation?
Yeah, sure. That's right.
And really great English speaking staff here as well. And I'm looking at all the accessories. I kind of want something. I think it would complement my outfit really well. They've got earrings. They also have like little hairpins because my hair's tied up now. Just gonna put it on for me.
Sure. Onegaishimasu. Hi, ikuyo. Here you go.
Thank you. Great service.
Yeah. How is it?
Perfect. I can't see it, but I believe
Right.
it's good. Arigatou gozaimashita.
I'll
At the very end of Denboin Street is Hoppy Street, and this is where you can find all the salarymen going for their evening drink. Very relaxed environment here because it actually appeared in the area post-war, so it's got a very authentic traditional feel to it, very unlike other neighborhoods across Tokyo. And one of the really cool aspects of this part of town is all the restaurants, well most of them anyway, have outdoor seating, so you can really enjoy and soak up the Asakusa vibes. My goodness, I am pretty thirsty and hungry, so I'm gonna try and find a really cool place to get something to eat and drink. So let's go explore. There are so many restaurants along here. You have to pick and choose though. I'm thinking to have a local specialty, which is Monja. Hello.
Hello.
The locals here are super friendly. It feels almost like Osaka because it's very downtown, a little grungier back here. So you can see people coming out on the street. They're probably going to try and get me to come into the restaurant because that's their job. This is the most authentic experience you can do in Japan, coming to Hoppy Street and just having a drink. There aren't too many tourists out here for whatever reason. I feel like they miss this part of Asakusa because it's a little further away from Sensoji, but it's only 5 minutes. You just have to walk a little bit away and you'll find places like this. So I found a Monja restaurant here in Hoppy Street, which obviously specializes in Monja, which is the very traditional Japanese dish. It looks kind of crazy, but before it comes out, I actually ordered a classic beverage that is super famous here. It's called Hoppy, which is what the street is named after. It's got very low percentage of alcohol in it because it was very budget friendly right after the war, so everyone was drinking this. And it's often mixed with shochu. This is the classic one. It was 500 yen. Tastes good. When you get Monja, you'll get the base, which is cabbage, as well as any toppings. I went for the simple one and added whatever I wanted. That's the cool thing about Monja, you pick what you like. It's really common in restaurants to have an otoshi, which is a table charge, but you do get something in return for paying a small fee. So I have an omelette here, which they've cooked for me at my table. I think it's like chicken broth omelette. Delicious. Oh my gosh, it is ready. It looks amazing. I've never done this combination before. I think it's really fun to try something new every single time. And the staff told me the way to eat it, which I never knew, where you need to like scoop it and then kind of like pat it down. This is so tasty. I think this is better than the last Monja I had. This is a top tier combination. Let me know if you have a combination recommendation down below. All clean now. After eating Monja, you always smell of the steam coming up. That's why they sprayed something on me. It's called Febreze here in Japan. Only about a 5-minute walk away from Asakusa Station, you'll find yourself at Sumida River, which flows throughout the city of Tokyo. Historically, it was quite important to transport goods, and nowadays you'll see something called Yakitabune. They are party boats, traditional party boats, where you can have dinner, enjoy the view, and do a bit of karaoke. So do recommend that if you get the opportunity. Otherwise, you can come to the river here, sit down, enjoy the view and the breeze. It's so much cooler over here compared to downtown Asakusa. And right behind me, you can see a couple of landmarks, Sky Tree hidden behind the building, but next to it, this golden object, which has the unofficial nickname Golden Poop. It isn't actually poop. Let's go figure out what it is. I'm gonna take you to that building. Let's go. Right now, I'm inside of the Asahi Sky Room, which is located on the 22nd floor of this building, and I have amazing views of Asakusa. This is definitely probably one of the best places. I can't believe I've probably been here at least 30 times in my life and never come up here. This is ridiculous. And I've got a great view of Sky Tree right in front of my seat. Got the Sensoji temple in the distance, as well as the Sumida River. I'm blown away. And of course, if you come here, you can't go wrong with getting an Asahi beer. This is their classic one, the super dry, I believe. Ah, oishi. This is perfect on a hot summer's day. I have been sweating all day. And for any cheese lover, you can get a cheese plate. And I also saw there was a cheesecake, which I might get later, depending on how much time I spend here. But I'm impressed with the view. I heard that the sculpture, so the golden poop, which is actually called the Asahi Flame, was created for their 100th anniversary. So it does have a little bit of meaning behind it. It's not just a random sculpture. I'm a big cheesecake fan. I'm not sure why they're selling it at a place that focuses on beer. I don't know if that's the perfect combination, but I'm here to taste it. I like the consistency of it. It's like really firm, it's tasty. It's alright. I feel like cheesecake goes with wine more. But anyway, I'm gonna enjoy the view, the sunset, and then go to a nice place to check out in the evenings here, which is a little bit of a secret. If you're still hanging around Asakusa in the evening, be sure to pop back to the tourist center for the evening view. Sensoji illuminated from above at night is truly beautiful. Skytree also looking fantastic. So let's go down inside to the underground Asakusa district. There's a lot of crazy things you can find in here. It's already a complete different feel down here. I'm not even completely underground yet. The first thing you'll see is a very old ramen restaurant. Or if you go out here, this leads to the metro station. So people going to take their train, but I'm gonna go into the depths and explore. This has a very cyberpunk aesthetic. Oh, it's very hot in here. It's very steamy. I came here a few years ago for a bar when I was exploring Asakusa, and it was a ninja bar. I know that sounds very touristy, but it was very wacky and weird. They kind of dragged me in. They said, come in. So I'm gonna see if I can find that place. Surprisingly very quiet. There's not many people around here. Certainly only locals at the moment. and just me. Oh, I think I found the really weird place. It has a mannequin out the front with a wig on. A very wacky vibe indeed. It's what I remember from 6 years ago. I found the Ninja restaurant. It's just how I remember it. And originally I came here and I was like, I don't need any more alcohol. I'm already a little tipsy. Got a ginger ale, but the interior inside is so cool. There's lights flashing and they seem to specialize in 1-cup sake. And if you've never heard of 1-cup sake, it's usually a really cheap variety of Japanese sake, but this one, they had junmai, which is a higher grade of sake, and I was like, you know what, I'm here in this underground mall, I need to try it. So I asked the ninja, because all the staff are wearing like a ninja outfit, what his osusume, so recommendation was, and he picked out this. Wow, that is a lot of sake. Okay, kanpai. Oishii. He said this one was a sweeter one, so Omikuji, and he's totally right. This is really good, but they don't have food. I'm gonna feel this alcohol. They do have snacks though, so for every drink you order, you get one dagashi, which is the traditional Japanese snack, and I went for corn potage, which is kind of based off this corn soup. Oh, this is really yummy. I love this flavor. It's a very natsukashi, nostalgic flavor for Japanese people. Anyway, this whole area of Asakusa seems to be a little under the radar for tourists, so definitely recommend hitting up some of the restaurants here. You can find a lot of Japanese locals who are frequenting it. Like here. Good vibes. Welcome to my hotel here in Asakusa. Of course, you can come here and do a day trip, but the best way to experience this lovely and lively neighborhood is by staying at a hotel for at least a night. And that's what I booked myself in, a hotel, but not any hotel, a Ryokan, traditional Japanese hotel. Let me take you around. So this is a single room and it works perfectly for one person. And I've got my futon right here that I'm kind of standing on, and it's a tatami room. So very traditional. I have a scroll on the wall, the shoji door, which is beautiful. I also have a TV here in the corner, as well as a fridge, a safe, and they even gave me a welcome package of tea and some rice crackers. That was really sweet. This is the kind of hospitality you'll only find at Ryokan because that's their whole thing. They go above and beyond. So what have I got in here? A senbei, a Japanese rice cracker, which I'm sure is from one of the local vendors. I also found some origami, which is really nice. It's a nice little touch to have. So let me brew a cup of tea and get chatting to you about my Ryokan. One of the greatest things about staying in a hotel like this is that they'll give you these robes, the yukata robes, that you wear when you go to the hot spring. And this hotel itself actually has a hot bath with a view of Skytree as well as a temple nearby. So it's really cool to just come here and in the evenings, go for a little dip, which I'm gonna do after I have my little cup of tea. That's so good. This Ryokan is only about a 3-minute walk from Asakusa Station as well as Sensoji Temple, so it makes it really easy to just look around. Plus, if you want to go early in the morning or late in the evening to these areas and experience it without all the crowds, it makes your life a lot easier. Depending on the Ryokan or hotel you book, the services will vary. Some places will make breakfast for you in the hotel, but this time I've just opted to spend the night and I get food elsewhere. Anyhow, I'm gonna go for a dip in the onsen, which is something I can't bring you along to, but there's something special happening afterwards, so stay tuned. Just like in the morning, I highly recommend coming to Sensoji Asakusa in the evening. The later it is, the quieter it is. Right now it is about 9:30 p.m. and there are still a handful of people walking through, but it's definitely not as hectic. You can see this Nakamise Street is pretty empty and peaceful in comparison to the middle of the day. Because it's the end of the day, we can see all the shutter art once again, and it's really beautiful. The great thing about this area is it's illuminated too, so you can enjoy it despite it being dark outside. The good thing about walking around at nighttime in the summer as well is it's a lot cooler. You don't have to deal with the heat. Plus, it has a complete different feeling to it. It almost feels magical just seeing this lit up at night. Once you get to the main shrine, it is surprisingly busy for 9:30 p.m. on a weeknight. So if you really want the serene temple experience, I do suggest coming here closer to midnight or even 1 a.m. or so. I think it's because it was so hot during the day, everyone's coming out at nighttime to pray. And I don't blame them, it's hot. That said, check it out, it just looks magnificent. So beautiful, incredible. That was my guide to Asakusa. Let me know what you guys want to check out the most, and I'll see you in another video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!